everyone, my name is Yana Dowdy and this is my passion speech. I want to start off by sharing a statistic with you all. According to the National Center for Health Statistics, in 2021, 1,250 women died of maternal causes in the United States, compared with 861 in 2020 and 754 in 2019. In 2021, the maternal mortality rate for non-Hispanic Black women was 69.9 deaths per 100,000 live births, which was 2.6 times the rate for non-Hispanic white women. I'm sharing this statistic with you because I want to express my passion for our maternal health system in the United States and the health disparities amongst minority populations that further contribute to the number of preventable deaths. My passion for our maternal health system honestly stemmed from fear. Growing up, I would always hear stories about the childbirth experiences of my mother, as well as other women, both in my family and direct members of my family. My mother was one of many women in my family to experience health complications during her perinatal and postpartum periods of her pregnancy. In listening to these shared stories and experiences, I realized early on the commonalities of the experiences of Black women related to complications of childbirth. As I developed through my teenage years to young adulthood, I believed I was set in my decisions to not have children of my own based on the stories I heard. I would watch videos of Black women giving birth and sharing their experiences of both pain and physical trauma generated from their pregnancies. Watching these films really fed my curiosity, so I started reading different articles and testimonials of even more women's experiences. This led to me researching different journal articles and following statistics of these trends within our maternal health system. My why for my passion initially stemmed from fear, but fostered into both sadness and wonder. As a Black woman raised by a Black woman, I felt as though it was my responsibility to really learn more. I wanted to understand why these trends were happening and why many Black women were being failed by our maternal health system that was put in place. As my passion grew, I soon began to research different career opportunities that sought to address this maternal health crisis. I watched a film titled Aftershock, which shed light on our failing maternal health system in the United States. The film displayed the stories of two Black women that experienced childbirth complications and highlights their families' call to action towards institutional reform. In watching this film, I was honestly emotional from start to finish. I felt so connected to both the mothers and their families as if they were my own. This film really was the icing on the cake in my decision to be a part of the fight for the reform for our maternal health system. Because of this growing passion, I made the choice to change my major to public health. I'm working towards finishing my bachelor's degree with the goal of pursuing a master's degree in epidemiology, concentrating on maternal and child health. I will likely pursue a graduate certificate in conjunction to my master's program. My goal is to really be behind the scenes in researching the why factors that contribute to the growing maternal death rates of minority women. I want to contribute to the studies and the understandings of why these numbers are growing and further contribute to how we can reduce the number of preventable maternal deaths. As I previously mentioned, I'm passionate about our maternal health system in the United States and the health disparities of minority populations that further contribute to the number of preventable deaths. If you can only take away one thing from this speech, I want you to consider the tremendous sense of guilt, grief, shame, blame, and even responsibility for these families that have experienced this, who are currently experiencing this, and could potentially experience this in the future. I want you to ask yourself one thing: how can this crisis affect me too? Thank you guys for listening.